One of the many questions we receive here at Bashi Law is, how can I apply for asylum? Well, generally, in order to apply for asylum, the individual must be in the United States, must have entered the United States either lawfully or have attempted to enter the United States through a port of entry. If the individual entered the United States lawfully, aka entered with a B2 visa or a visitor visa or some kind of visa to enter the United States, then the individual generally is permitted to apply for asylum by filing Form I-589 with United States Citizenship and Immigration Services within 1 year of entering the United States. One of the exceptions that applies to the one year rule is if the individual entered on a B2 visa. For example, you entered on January 1st of 2020. Your B2 visa expires on June 30th, 2020. So you have 6 months visa, expires on June 30th. That means you technically can have by law 1 year from that date, June 30th, 2021, to apply for your asylum. One of the requirements to apply for asylum is you have to be physically in the United States. You must have claim of past or future persecution, and this persecution must be on one of the enumerated categories that have been created by law. Those enumerated categories include race, religion, nationality, political opinion, membership in particular social group, and finally, torture convention falls under it. Torture convention does fall under asylum, however, it is technically a little bit different. It prevents you from being removed or prevents you from being removed from the United States as a result of you being tortured based on one of these categories or something similar. But this video is mostly focusing on how to apply for asylum. In order to apply for asylum, you must be in the U.S. and you must meet these basic requirements. You file your application with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. You include the Form I-589, your birth certificate, identification documents, and you provide a narrative, a story, as to why you're claiming asylum. The more details, the better it is. The less details, the less likely you will be successful. In the event your asylum is granted at the USCIS level, which is U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services level, then you have, in essence, became an asylee in the United States, and then thereafter, after a certain time, you can apply for a green card. However, if your asylum is not approved, then the next thing is to do a defensive asylum. We will continue to discuss on the next videos the difference between affirmative and defensive asylum.